All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you get that? You heard that?
I heard that.
Oh, I didn't know
Recording
if
in
anyone actually used
progress.
it. Yeah, that's great. So it's Windows Sadness, Bud Light
Yeah,
Sadness, Miller Happiness, Demp McGee. He's back. Welcome.
I am back, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you having. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, it's better for me than it is for you. So good for you for coming back. So all right. So before we get into this, as always, this discussion will be fueled by America's native spirit, and I'm going to do this one with. It's been on this show before. I don't know how long ago it was the first or the last time, but it's something I always get tagged into. People wanting recommendations and stuff. And they never want to hear just, hey, go get some Wild Turkey 101 or get some Buffalo Trace or Evan Williams Bottled and Bond or Elijah Craig, just the four staples I think you should have because they want to spend money, but not too much money. So that's why I say if you got $50 and no more than 70, go get yourself a bottle of Knob Creek 12. All right. It's brought to you by the Jim Beam Distillery. And this bottle specifically is actually one of the first I ever seen with the fucking nutrition facts on it.
Wait, they're
122
putting
calories in
nutrition
one and a
facts
half
in
ounce.
whiskey now.
Yeah, look, a 1.5 ounce, which is your standard shot, allegedly. I don't measure that
Yeah.
shit, but 122 calories, no carbs, no protein, no fat.
Well,
Because
it's
alcohol
fucking
is its
whiskey.
own micronutrient. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
It
Thank you,
is.
thank you, thank you, Eric. Thank you, sir.
Hey, we give out knowledge on this show, if nothing else. All right.
Well, I mean, like, all right. So we're talking about like cheaper whiskeys.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking Larceny right now in
Heaven
my
Hill brand.
Starkist stuff. Larceny is not bad.
It's hit or
Look,
miss for me.
you're about to go like whiskey autistic on me right
I am.
now.
I
I
am.
see it. I see it. But it's not
I
bad.
think the Larceny on its own is better than the Larceny Barrel Proof that they rip you off on. I think Larceny Barrel Proof's been terrible. I haven't had one good pour of it, and I've had probably 4 or 5 different bottles of it throughout the years. I just can't get a good one.
Well, you are a whiskey aficionado, and I am just a whiskey drinker.
Right. And that's fine too. But you should always drink what you like. And if you don't like something, stop drinking it, which is why I don't drink it.
Well, that's why I quit drinking Jameson.
Well,
Seriously.
it's also an Irish whiskey, and we're Americans here. So
Well, if I drink Jameson, like somebody's gonna have to have bail money, and like we're gonna fight everybody.
my mom started drinking that Jameson orange. She likes
I
that.
haven't tried the orange.
It's actually pretty good. I don't know.
The Black Barrel, Jameson Black Barrel is actually really good. It has a chocolate note.
Yeah.
You should try it, bro.
No, I've had it. That is pretty good too. All their stuff that they make is actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just not gonna drink it on purpose. I'll drink it, but
because we don't want to go to jail. That's the thing.
I'm too old to go to jail at this point. I'm not,
I'm too pretty to go to prison, dude.
Yeah, like, you're kind of, you're a smaller guy. It's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah, like I will hold the stall open.
Although honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you would probably do really well in prison because you would organize all the various factions against one another while simultaneously having them support you.
I think I can make this happen.
I really do think this would, like, you remind me of one of those dudes that shows up on those shows like The Walking Dead, like someone you would least expect to be actually the fucking local warlord. This is probably your future if shit goes down. Just saying, I don't think anyone would be surprised if you're like, oh shit, Demp holds this territory. I didn't know that. I remember that dude from Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called at this point.
Yeah. Dude, Twitter is such a shit show now. It's horrible. It's horrible.
You think so? What makes you say that?
Because, like, all right, so like when they monetize it,
yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like I monetize my shit.
You should, because you're gonna actually earn money.
Yeah, like I got like $200 from Twitter this month.
Nice, dude. That's free money.
Yes, it's free money. And but I see people like engagement farming, and they're like,
oh yeah, no, yeah.
It's fucking horrible. Like I see people changing like their whole like the way they tweet and the whole outlook, and like if I could make like $200 from shit posting and picking on people, then that's free money at this point.
Right, but
And
that's
I'll
the
also
authentic part. Okay, go ahead.
no, I would also like to point out that so Mr.
Yeah.
Joel, Warlords and Tactics,
Yeah. There you go.
yes,
Drink
yep.
water, hydrate.
With the M81, drink water, hydrate or dihydrate. Very cool dude. He's an author as well, but he actually puts out sequels, not like Mark.
Which is a great transition into the fact that you now have a new part-time job, it looks like, right? What is that?
So, like, it came out of the blue. So Wargate Books were like, yo, you want to be our social media guy? I was like, not really, but I guess so. And they're like, well, we really want you to be our social media guy. I was like, all right, cool. And then so I kind of get paid to pick on Mark Sibley now.
You should, yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you went and looked at like what the social media managers for the Raytheons of the world charge, and then upped it and went to that. That's where we start the negotiations. Wargate Books. I don't know how much money you got as a publishing company, but I don't know who the fuck you think I am. But I don't work for free, and I damn sure don't work for $200 a month like Twitter currently has paid me. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like,
free.
I get paid for
more shit
posting and my friends, and like, obviously, all of you are my friends, and I just sent the artillery officer lady like $2.
Yeah, I saw that. What is?
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just stream of consciousness.
This wasn't like an OnlyFans subscription, was it?
Yeah.
It probably is. I mean, artillery officer makes sense.
I'm a weak man, sir.
We all are. No one's above sin, right? Or weakness.
No, it is what it is. Like, I mean, like, if you're gonna be out there and just be like, oh, the Patriots just got a first down, I hate that for them.
Oh, please don't get me started on fucking football, bro. I just watched the
Bears. Dude, let's talk about the Bears.
Yeah, let's fucking talk about the Bears. 28-7.
We can talk about the Bears, and we can talk about the Saints because they both suck equally bad.
Yeah, but the Saints like have at least have a period of recent like winning. The fucking Bears have sucked most of my entire fucking life. I was alive the last time they won a Super Bowl. That was 1985. Really, technically 86, I guess. And you know what? My entire fucking fan base still talks about it like it was last year. And I can't fucking stand it. The Bears suck. Our fans suck. The media sucks. All of them in the city of Chicago who cover and cheer and root for that fucking franchise suck. The coach, Matt Eberflus, is the dumbest fucking man I've ever seen to put on a headset and get paid to be a professional fucking football coach. It's 4th and 1. You can kick a 30-yard field goal and get what they call points, which puts you actually ahead of the team you're playing. But you call a timeout because maybe you don't want to go for it on 4th and 1, and you ran the clock down just so you could run some more time off to then kick the field goal. But no, you actually go out there and run the play that you could have ran to get the first down, and you don't get it, so you don't get points. And Russell Wilson does what he fucking does because he's a professional football player, and he scores immediately. And you are still Matt Eberflus, the most undeserving head coach I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And you just happen to coach my fucking franchise, and I have to watch it because you've now lost 14 games going back to last calendar fucking October. That's the last time I saw a win. I think how many people have died since the Bears last won a game? It's probably in the millions. I'm not going to lie. It legit probably is in the millions. All right.
So I've just made the decision that me and you need to go to a baseball game and fight people. So
baseball game. We don't fight at baseball games. We only fight at football games.
All right, fine. We'll go to a preseason game and fight people. I think this will be a great decision.
It's the only thing to do at a football game. Like, people who go to football games, it's guaranteed there's gonna be a fight. Baseball that I go is mostly peaceful.
like
It's like the
for real,
riots, mostly peaceful.
like for real, you need to come down and go to a game at Tiger Stadium. It's 107,000 of your best friends.
No, I've been to Auburn, Alabama once upon a time when I was at Benning.
Auburn is retarded, and
Well, I know that. I mean, I would go to a college I can do. That's way more enjoyable. It's the NFL that I can't deal with in person. I would never go to, never again.
well, like
Bunch of adult idiots. Like at least college is mostly the student body and it's fun and
well, like this is the thing I don't get about the NFL. So like you're getting paid like millions and millions of dollars, right? Do your fucking job, bro. Like, don't take a play off. Like, I don't get that. I really don't. Like, just like you, I'm sure that you played sports growing up, and like you were trying to be the best that you could be, and like if somebody would have offered me like $200,000 to like go like run into people for fun, I'd have been like, okay, that's great. I'll go do that shit because I'm frankly retarded. And like I see these guys like I hate to say it, like I'll ride and die with the Saints and LSU and all that, but I can see the difference between college and NFL.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's because, like you just said, let's go all the way back to the money thing, right?
Yeah,
which is starting to get there's actually some pretty big money, like legally now in college sports because it's always been there, but now
yeah, it's called the SEC.
Yeah, right now everyone's the SEC with this was it name, image, and likeness thing. Which don't get me wrong, I'm cool if I was good enough to be anything more than like a lowly college pitcher that nobody wanted to give me money for. I would have gladly taken money, but I think what you're describing is exactly, I think, the issue with most professions, right? Once you get to a point, you lose your hunger. And then it becomes a paycheck.
Like, it stops being fun. It starts being a job.
Yeah. And I still think, like, I'm a huge proponent of, like, I think everything, especially everything that I do, is about the journey, right? It's not the destination. Yeah. The destination sucks because then it's like, oh, fuck, now what am I going to do? And then you figure out your next journey. And I think, there's nothing really past getting to that point where you're just cashing checks for something that you hope to win a championship, I guess, but that's not a reality for most people in sports. Most people are going to be on shitty teams and suck and lose. And then it's like, do I really want to do it?
Yeah. I mean, like
the paycheck's the only reason to keep doing it, right? And then that's a terrible reason to do anything.
Well, like I got paid to play soccer for a little bit, like 2 or 3 years.
That's pretty cool.
And like when I found out that I wasn't the fastest white kid on the field, I quit because like when somebody gets a step on you, that's a horrible feeling. It's horrible. You finally realize that you're old and you're just like, all right, cool. I'll just coach or like just go sit in my apartment and drink and smoke cigarettes and it will be fine. And it was the moment I knew that I needed to stop. So we were playing in Fairhope, Alabama, and I was playing for a pub league, and I was trying to outrun this kid, and he had like not more than one. He had like 3 steps on me, and I was like, all right, cool. And so I just tackled him. I was like, fuck it. I'll take the yellow card. It's fine. And that's when I quit. And like, I played for like 25 years. Holy shit. The Cowboys just had an interception, pick 6. I hate the Cowboys.
I hate them more.
By the way, they're a horse.
I'm watching the Giants lose the final game of the season to the Dodgers right now. So it's a little less exciting.
The best thing about the Giants were that they hired the kid that got a cleat put in his back by LSU safety. Eli Manning. Yes.
Oh no, I'm not watching those Giants. I'm watching the baseball Giants.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
my
it's still
bad,
baseball
bro.
season for me. For one more, for like another. Wait, it's the top of the ninth. So yeah, another like
Dude,
4
hey,
outs.
you are a massive baseball fan.
Yeah.
So I'm inviting you right now.
Uh-oh.
For
Open
real.
invite.
No, I'm inviting you to Alex Box Stadium to come see an LSU game.
No, I would love to do that.
Dude, it's
let's do it
fucking
next
amazing.
season. Yeah, let's do that next season. That'd be fun.
Yes.
I'm down.
Fly down.
Road trip.
I'll come pick you up. We'll do the thing. Have a couple drinks and cheer on the fucking Tigers.
Couple. Can I wear a UCF jersey?
No.
That's fine. I would never. I'm not there to draw attention to myself in that way. I'll draw attention in other ways. Yeah, no, let's do that for sure. And then we'll go live or something. That'll be fun.
Yes.
I'd love to see that because they just had who was the dudes they just had the number 1 pick overall, or was he the second pick? The pitcher.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
He wasn't
Dylan.
Yeah, like that dude's a fuck. That's what I think. College baseball is awesome. I think I was just talking about this with Braxton offhand, but it's not so. I think baseball is one of the few sports where I brought this up. Like if you look at the Little League World Series and the people who play in that, especially for our team, for the Team USA or United States, many of those kids are going to be in the pros one day, whether they top out at minor league, high Division I, or they get drafted and go into the majors and actually make it to the major leagues. You can see that from that age. Like those kids are that much better than their competition. That's who make. So they also don't, people need to realize, like when you watch that team, it's not, one team. Those are the all-stars from that league and they make it and they move their way through a tournament. But those kids are going to get to that point. My high school baseball coach was in, I think, the 94 Little League World or 84 Little League World Series. And he went on to play in the majors. Like this stuff, you can see that with baseball at that age. Basketball, you can't, right? Because height takes into the effect. Football, you can't because you don't know when kids are going to get big or not. But baseball is that sport where talent is pretty much on display from a very early age. And I would probably argue soccer is the same way to an extent.
Well, like baseball and soccer are so like you can be like 5'9" and weigh 135 and play shortstop and be a fucking
look at Jose Altuve. Look at Jose Altuve for the Astros. That dude's 5'6", all of 165, maybe. MVP, rakes, crushes bombs.
Yes. And
never going to play in the NBA or be a quarterback in the NFL, but
he can play the hot box.
Yeah.
He's playing the shortstop.
Yeah.
And like I really think that people like discount small guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm 5'8", 138, 139 right now. I was a pretty good fucking third baseman and shortstop. And like athleticism doesn't have a size.
Yeah.
Like if you can snap your fingers when you throw that, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you throw the ball and you snap, like that's a thing. And like baseball is golden. I love baseball. I want Minnie to play baseball.
I want Minnie to play baseball too.
Yeah. Like he's gonna have like 73 coaches.
Yeah.
Like Eric is gonna fly down and be like, all right, bro, you need to rip through. All right, take your bat and rip through, and like it's that's fucking awesome. But like, I just want him to be happy. Yeah. I just want him to have like sports should be fun. Like I see a lot of hate about sports. Like I mentioned that earlier today. Sports is an escape. Mm-hmm. It really is. Yeah. Like when me and you stepped across those white lines, what happened?
Everything that's on the outside world doesn't exist.
Exactly.
For that moment,
all that mattered.
All that other shit doesn't matter. Just there to play.
All that mattered was the game.
Yep.
And that's freeing. And like, I don't get the hate, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, sports is magic.
I would argue, I think a lot of where that comes from, in my opinion, just from where I see it, especially on like our side and the people on Twitter or whatever, X, whatever the fuck they call it. My first interpretation from most of those people is they never actually played sports. So they're letting the political thing distract them more than like coming from it from, man, I used to play that sport or that game and I fucking still like it. And I want to see it. I don't want to see all the other shit, but I still like the actual sport. I can respect what's going on that field. And I think the people that sit there and be like, oh, you watch sports ball. Like, yeah, motherfucker, I do. And I don't care if you don't. I didn't ask. And I'm getting the vibe that you probably never were good enough to get past maybe fucking T-ball if you did play.
Well, like the thing about people that are like, you watch professional sports. Dude, I will take you to a game. I will pay for your ticket. If we go in the Superdome for a home Saints game, it's fucking awesome. Like, it's lit. And you can't help. So, my ex-wife's father was a dyed in the fucking red Alabama fan. I was like, dude, let me take you to an LSU game. And this was pre-Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Justin
It
Jefferson, all those dudes, man.
Yeah. Like, so I brought him to the game, and he's like, this is fucking awesome. And I was like, I know, bro. And he was like, dude, there's so many pretty girls in sundresses. And I was like, yes, I know, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my laptop finally clicked on.
Oh, well, who cares? We don't need it.
We don't need it. We don't need it
We
right
do
now.
need
But
you
like,
to not have a Windows is what we do need you to not have, but that's a conversation for another time. Maybe next time when you come on, you can have a Mac like an adult.
wow. Thanks, Eric. Fucker.
I have a question because I'm like,
Yes, sir.
I'm a stickler for like proper flag etiquette, and most people fuck it up. I don't know what the flag you have behind you is, but I'm really curious if it's being displayed properly.
That is the Whiskey Rebellion flag.
I feel like it should be that way.
No, bro.
No? All right, I'm gonna look this up.
The eagle goes upside.
All right, I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna course correct right now, just in case you can get Whiskey Rebellion flag.
Are you subtweeting me right now?
No, I'm Googling. Okay, look, see, there it is. There's your flag. Display.
Holy shit, my laptop finally came back. Control
impressive.
Alt Delete. Oh, I got apps now.
Hey, bro, I was right. Look, see that? Flag should be headed to the right.
Oh, I need to flip it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll flip it right now.
I think you should. I think you should. All right. So while Demp's doing that, we're gonna live describe his flag flipping. He's got shadows on the ceiling. I like that. Nope, he's actually not flipping the flag. All right, make sure you make.
I'm not actually gonna flip it.
All right. I had this thing because I saw you do this, and I feel like, if you're, you are some Cajun dude, right? So most likely it probably is legit. But me personally, like, I started the whole RCIA thing to get accepted in the Catholic Church this year. Like, that's something I started on. But I noticed you said that tweet earlier, like the anti-Catholic faction on Twitter is just a bunch of, what was the word? Were they idiots? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something related.
Well, like,
were you raised Catholic or what?
Yeah. So I was raised very Catholic, and I went to Catholic school for kindergarten to 7th grade, and then I got into GT. Catholics do a lot of shit wrong, right? Like, we can all recognize that there's some shit over there, but we did a lot of shit right.
Like, I agree. That's why I'm going that way.
They gave me a great education, and also we had the Crusades. So, like, yes, threw up the set.
And 4 times. I'm ready for the 5th. I think we're gonna have a joint crusade with the Muslims, and we're just gonna eradicate this fucking planet of all the decrepit bullshit that we're getting. All right, but let's do that another time. Keep going.
Well, I mean, like, nobody else could give me that education. And
Yeah.
like, I recognize my dad for like paying like 2 G's a month for me and my little sister to go to Catholic school way back in the 80s.
Yeah. Fuck, bro, that's like 15 G's a month now.
Yeah, like
Shit.
so like when I went to Catholic school, I studied French for 7 years, Catholic, no,
Yeah.
French for 7 years, Latin for 2 years, Spanish for 3 years, maybe another language. Like, we're DLI in South Louisiana. And like, it was when I went back to public school, like, I'm comparing myself to like
What year did you go to public school? What grade?
Well, I went back to public school in 8th grade.
Okay. Yeah, you were probably way ahead.
Yeah, like, and I had this talk with Smalls, with Minnie. Like, dude, I know what it's like to be bored in school.
Oh, yeah.
Because like the rest of these kids are dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real.
Yep.
You know what that's like.
Yeah.
And
I had
like,
trouble a lot in school because of that shit.
yeah. And like, I don't want him to be like me. I don't want him to be.
Well, there's always going to be something like you. That you just got to accept that.
Well, I don't want him to quit school and get a GED.
Yeah.
And go offshore, because he is better than that. He is smarter than me, for real, and he's a fucking genius. So I don't want my bad decisions to like weigh on him. So like, me and him had a talk because his mom texted me and she was like, look, he has an F in math. And I was like, all right, cool, what's happening? Well, he can look at a problem and just figure it out and just be like, all right, here's the answer.
Doesn't show his work.
Yeah. Yep. Because, dude, like, I see his homework and I'm just like, this doesn't make fucking sense. Like, it's fucking retarded. Like, it's spatial awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And they send these graphs and they're like, all right, well, 70% of this is 30% of this. Well, I can read the map and here's your answer. So me and him had a talk and I told him, like, no offense, like, I told him, like, you have to show your teachers what they want to see.
Yeah.
I get that you're smarter than everybody else and all of that. And I know you're bored. And we're going to homeschool him soon. Because, like, dude, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. But, like, a lot of kids are dumb as fuck.
Yeah, well, most public school are, unfortunately. Right. But I've yet to see, because there's a few people in just like the circle we run in who homeschool their kids, and they're all pretty fucking smart kids, right? Because you don't have anything taking away from their personal development, right? And I think that's the downside of public education overall, is you're forced to be in this group setting where you can't really necessarily get all the attention, good or bad, whether you're the smart kid or the kid that needs some extra help. Nobody gets the right amount of attention or the ability to kind of focus on their weaknesses and bring those into strengths. That's, to me, has always been the downside of public education.
Yeah. I mean, like,
plus you don't control what the fucking kids are getting taught.
I completely saw the difference between like going to private school and then getting into public school.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, public school kids are, I hate to say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna be a butthole.
Why?
They're dumb as fuck.
Okay, yeah. Wait, I was gonna say, why stop now? Like, this is how we get you paid $300 a month instead of $200.
Like, I'm not talking about like my prior education, but like just going into that educational dynamic was really fucking weird. And I made deals with my teachers. I was like, look, I'm not gonna do shit. I'll take your test. I'm gonna sit back here and read books. And she was like, okay. And then like I gave her PTSD. Neither here nor there. Sorry.
So I want to go back a little bit because
Okay.
did you continue in your Catholic faith, or where did that stop, or is that something you continue to do, or how's that still going for you?
Like I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
I was baptized Catholic. And I'll forever be Catholic. My son was raised Catholic. Jamie is Catholic. My baby mama.
I'm at that point where I'm so sophisticated now. I say my daughter's mother. So, but your son's still young, so it's still like the baby mama thing. But you know, my daughter's 17, about to graduate high school, so she's my daughter's mother now. So,
your daughter has like 70,000 based uncles that would visit violence.
I've made her aware of that just in case if ever
Yeah.
she needs help, she's fine.
Yeah. Hey, if somebody ever fucks with you, there's gonna be a retarded coon ass that will come to shoot people.
That would be amazing.
As long as you have bail money. No, like I'm Catholic. I'm very Catholic. I was raised in the Catholic Church. I went to Catholic school. It is what it is. Catholic Church has a lot of problems. We can both agree on that.
Yeah.
But the Catholic Church also did a lot of cool shit. We also did a lot of fucked up shit. And like I see people hating on the Catholic Church because it's the easy target.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it. Like, if I go to mass, like we still have Latin mass here.
Yeah, same here. The parish I go to has it. It's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
awesome.
And Latin mass is very relaxing. Like, it's all right, cool. We're here. You know?
Mhm.
And it's a very real thing. And like I don't think that people get tradition that we've had for like 2,000 years.
And that's what drew me to it. Like there's still that tradition, there's still like the requirement to do those things. Like that matters, I think. And that's kind of where we've had a lot of our issues in this country, is no one fucking respects the tradition anymore. It's all about you and being this prisoner of the moment. Like, what's it? I mean, I hate to bring up, he was a Catholic though, but what did JFK say? That's not what your country can do for you. What can you do for your country? And it's true. And now all we are is that first sentence. It's just like, well, what can America do for me? And why hasn't it done that for me yet? And why is it only about them? Why is it not about me? Like, that's not sustainable for a society, for a country, none of it. It's just fucking, it's embarrassing in the last 20 years, I think, how quickly we've kind of spiraled in the wrong direction.
Well, I think that like, all right, so I got hit up a couple of days ago with some kind of sideways shit. And they were like, well, you were in your prime of your life and you didn't GY. And I was like,
we've talked about this. I think your first appearance, we talked about this. You went to go work. Like, okay,
I went to work.
What? So what?
And I did 15 years as a medic.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
so I did my service.
Yeah.
And like
100%.
I don't, even though the like I don't think that a lot of the younger people get service.
Not at all, especially now. And they wonder why we have a recruiting issue. That's part of it.
Like, not to be gay or a fag, like, I can cry in front of my boys, right?
Yeah. Don't tell Braxton you're not allowed to cry.
No. Braxton is PNG right now.
Oh, whoa,
No, don't publish this. No,
We're
Braxton's
going
my
live
boy.
now. Yeah, I know.
He's awesome. He's one of my best friends. But like, I don't think that, like, people get that guys can have that moment, right?
Mhm.
Like, we can cry in front of each other and make fun of each other. And if I don't make fun of you, I don't like you.
100%. And that's not, I mean, that's, you're literally describing time in the military, but it's not exclusive to that. That's just dudes. Go back to sports, the locker room. It's the only thing that comes close to a fucking military unit for me has always been, because in your locker room, you sit there, you fuck with each other, you come together to go out on the field and do your mission. And when that's over, you get back in the locker room, you just fuck with each other again until the next game. That's all it is.
I mean, like, so if I don't fuck with you, if I don't pick on you, I don't like you.
Exactly.
Like,
100%. 100%.
And if I fuck with you, I will do everything in my power to be your best friend and save you.
Yep.
And that's, like, I don't think that, like, so I don't think that chicks get that.
No, not at all. Not at all. They can be exposed to it and maybe, you know, through osmosis kind of understand some of it, but those relationships and dynamics are just completely foreign to us and to them, and they have their own ways of interacting with each other that I won't understand either. But here's the difference. I'm not trying to inject myself into a group of fucking females. Like,
No,
I don't want to be a part of it, right?
Fucking not.
Like, I have no interest in that. But we're like, we have to let them into our fucking circle. Like, they have to come join the male ranks. They have to be involved in everything that the men do. And I don't like, that's the shit that I don't understand, because I'm like, look, if you can do the job or you can do whatever, great. But the whole like forced gender inclusion thing to me is just so fucking stupid. Because again, I have no interest in going to your fucking all female fucking let's dress up to go to the Barbie movie shit. I don't fucking do that. Like, doesn't interest me. Now,
well, like, I don't think they recognize the difference between, like, all right, cool, we're gonna go do this for you right now. All right, cool, we're gonna go to Starbucks. We're gonna go see a movie. Between, like, my boys have come over, we're gonna set shit on fire and dig a hole.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
That's the shit we want to, like, and I'm sorry, but sometimes we just don't fucking want you around. Like, dude, why do you have to be around for some of it? Like, why are you forcing us to have you around sometimes? Like, we'll invite you, but they
don't get due time, bro. They don't get due time. Like, we have to have, I will go ahead and throw it out there. We have to have due time.
Yeah, but it's also what's the best meme that, well, it's not the best, but it's one of the best memes, I think, where it's that chick laying in bed looking in one direction, it's the guy laying in the facing the other direction, and she's looking over like he's probably thinking about cheating on me, and it's just him thinking about dude shit. Like, that's it. Like, that's the fucking dichotomy right there. It's like, bro, you like, can't from a DNA programmed perspective understand that dudes just want to sit around and fucking dig holes and blow shit up.
Yes.
Because if we're not killing each other, like, at our very core, we should be out like conquering something. Since we can't do that, we channel it in other ways, which is drinking bourbon, shooting guns, burning shit, digging holes, and watching Mini Demp cook fucking steak and shrimp better than his dad. What's up?
Bro, like, I don't think that, like, people get it. Like, so if you flew down right now, right? And I said, Eric, we're just gonna set shit on fire and drink bourbon for like 3 days. And you'd be like, okay, bro, I'm totally cool with that. Like, I don't think that people get that. Like,
Not at all.
it would be fucking great.
Yeah. Like, you don't
It's,
like everything doesn't have to be like some fucking societal driven tourist fucking agenda of like, oh, well, you went to this city. Did you go to this? No, I didn't. I actually just went to fucking Demp's compound and set shit on fire and burned things. That's what I did. And then I went back to the airport and left. You were in New Orleans? You didn't go to the French Quarter? I'm like, no, I fucking did because I don't want to. I have fucking zero desire to do that again. Did it once?
We
No,
hang out in the
I'd
woods.
rather. No, don't want to do any of that.
We
shit.
hung out. We hung out in the woods and we drank whiskey.
Yeah.
And smoked cigarettes.
Have you watched this account? I've been turned on to this recently. Have you seen this dude's account, Fishin' Garrett, on Instagram?
No, I have not.
I'm going to send this to you. But this dude, like you personally, you would fucking love this dude. This dude's entire account is just him like walking through the Everglades, the fucking rainforest in Puerto Rico, the Amazon. He just picking up snakes, picking up fucking, he calls alligators and crocodiles swamp puppies. He just picking all this shit up. That's a dude just doing dude shit. That's all he's doing. And he's having fun doing it. And now he can film it and let you see it. But this dude would be doing it without that. That's the best part. He doesn't
see like the whole monetization of the internet is probably a bad thing.
But I also like that he can actually make money off of being himself, though. That's kind of cool.
Well, like, to go back, just be yourself.
Yeah. Oh, totally. 100%. I'm sending this to you right now real quick, though.
All right. I will try to find my phone.
Where'd it go?
I have no idea where my phone is at. Oh, my phone is videoing you right now.
His thing whenever he picks up a snake, he's like yoink. I think it's fucking just cracks me up. And I brought it up. I was on the phone with my daughter earlier today. I'm like, do you know, have you seen this guy? She's like, yes, I totally have seen him. And we went on his fucking 10-minute discussion about what this dude does. So I sent you his account. But that's the type of shit, getting back to the point of the story or the root discussion of this call. It's like, it's just fucking dudes just doing whatever dudes are supposed to do.
Well, one of the cool things about like hanging out with like you and all of the guys on this side of Twitter. So like I could turn my kid loose with you, right? And I know that nothing ever bad would happen to him.
Right.
And that's a very real thing. Like, I don't think that people get that. Like, so I could turn my kid loose with you or Terry or Rotary.
Great.
Oh, Terry would.
You should probably send your kid to go spend the summer with Terry. That'd be. I'm gonna send doing like that weapon show, like fucking shooting 50 cals from a mounted on a horse or something. That'd be
yeah. And like Braxton and Votary and all of our friends, all of our homies. Like I could send my kid and just be like, all right, cool. They're going to be the thing, right? And I expect that same shit from everybody else. Like, if you send your kid to me and want them to hang out and have fun, like, nothing bad is going to happen to them. Right. Like, I'll go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
And that's friendship.
Yep. I also think that's another cool thing that I've seen, because you and I probably grew up seeing, like, we both grew up and seen some shitty fucking parents, right?
Yeah.
Like, some shitty people who had kids and you're like, man, that fucking sucks. Or maybe we were friends with some of those kids and you're like, man, you realize how fucked up their parents were. But I think that's kind of made people like you and I, and because I had really good parents. But I think from what I've seen others go through, and the fact that just I realize how important it is to just not only be there for your own kids and be a good parent, but also to make sure that if there are other kids that you are fortunate enough to be kind of in charge of at the moment, that you give them that same sort of love and attention, right? And that's what I think is what you're describing, is that, like, I knew this from a very young age. Like, I'm really good with kids. I never thought I would, right? But I figured it out because it was kind of thrust upon me. Like I was really good with young kids and I was really good with kids and kind of like just being able to kind of connect with them and take care of them and show them shit. And I think that describes kind of what you're saying is like our group could easily be very good with kids. Because I think all the people I know and actually interact and talk with on a daily basis are all fathers and are all just good fucking dudes.
Well, like, so being a father literally changed my entire life.
Yeah.
So, like, not gonna say I was like you, that I was living fast and trying to die young
Yeah.
and leave a good looking corpse, right? That's the cliche. But like,
Still the goal.
Soon,
What's up? Still the goal. No, I'm just
as soon as I had Minnie, I was like, all right, cool. I have to do other shit now.
yeah.
Like, I have to prepare. Like, I have to do things for him so he can succeed. And it's a fucking very real thing. Like, when you have a kid, everything changes.
Yep.
Because, like, so I'll tell you about Aiden's mom. So Aiden's mom was very nonviolent, right? And she was like, I don't understand how you can be so violent and want to fight everybody. As soon as she had little monkey, she was like, I'll cut a bitch. And I was like, all right, cool. That's fine. Like, let me know. I will pay your bail. It's totally fine. And like, that change happens with a lot of people. Like, as soon as you have a fucking kid, dude, like,
Why do you
your
think that
whole
doesn't
outlook
happen for a
changes.
lot? Why do you think that doesn't happen for some though?
I don't know, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's always been a weird thing to me because I feel like everyone has that programmed in them. Like that's DNA, right? Like that's survival of
well,
the
like,
species.
if I have a kid with you, not you,
Yeah, no,
because
let's do
that would be gay.
it. It's not gay if it's the bros. What's that?
No, but like, if I have a kid with a chick, right?
Yeah.
So like, that kid becomes mine,
Yep.
and I'm going to do anything in my power to protect that child, and that is just the way it has to be. And like, I see the news stories and all this about like, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I would fucking shoot you. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I would call my friends and I would fucking shoot you.
Yep.
And like, dude, if you make a kid with somebody you care about, it's the best of us.
Exactly. Well, that's why I said, like, let me go all the way back to where you're talking about your son being a fucking genius. Well, bro, that does come from you, whether you think it or not. That's the best part of you. And he gets it from his mom too, no doubt. But still, like he is a reflection and an improvement upon on you and your wife or former, whatever. Like that's what our kids are.
Well, I think that our kids are better than we can ever be.
Yeah.
Because like, so we fought and did our thing for 20 or 30 or 40 years, right? But like, we made this perfect child, and he has no expectations. She has no expectations. And like, I'm even talking about like small female child that just shows up. Like,
Yeah,
she's
like,
my kid.
like what the fuck is that? I think it's great. And he's out there chasing it. I like it. What's up?
Like, she's my kid, bro. Like,
yeah.
if you think I won't like fill you up full of gunfire behind her, you're sadly fucking mistaken.
Yeah.
But like, she's a great kid, dude. Like, and I think that people like discount kids because they're like, well, he's just being stupid. No, he's trying to talk to you, right? And you should pay attention to your kids.
Yeah.
Because like, even though they are just like talking crazy and doing kid stuff, they're talking to you, right? So you should treasure that fucking moment because it's not gonna come back.
No, and that's a great point because like the age your son is right now is the age that I miss the most of my daughter. Like I said, my daughter will be 18 in December. You know, she's graduating high school this year. Like our conversations are completely different. We still, you know, have a blast when we're together. We do all kinds of crazy dumb shit. We have our own humor. We have our own sarcasm and inside jokes that we keep from her mom. Like we have all that. But man, like when my daughter was 5, 6, 7 years old, those were the best fucking years, man. Because it's just every day is like a new discovery or something fucking new, or they say some crazy shit, or they do something silly and hurt themselves. Like there's just so much that would go on. Like we would just go to the fucking park and I'd have a beer and watch her fuck around on the park and, you know, fall off the monkey bars. And she'd look at me and I'd be like, you're right. Don't cry. And she'd get back up there. Like, she's never gonna do that shit again. But those are the best fucking moments because I remember them like it just happened yesterday. I love that shit.
Yeah. Well, like I will always treasure the moments that I had with him when I was younger and he was just a little tiny baby. Because like
it's fun, man.
Bro, like being a dad and having your son or your daughter fall asleep on your arm.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
Dude, that's the fucking best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like
now I gotta live that with my cat. Because it's
and what's wild is that like everybody's like, well, Twitter is fucking shit. Well, your mom, frankly. And my son has like 77 based uncles that will get in the fucking truck and just show up. Like, Twitter is what you make. Like, I don't get that people are like, well, this is horrible. Here's my feet. Like,
are you gonna ever call it X?
No,
I call it about that anyway.
Because I'm trying to clap them cheeks.
What do you think about the X thing? Because,
dude, like,
so my thing with X is I thought X was just supposed to mean like it's like the universal value in math, right? I think that's what he's trying to do.
Look, I'm not good at math, sir.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
No,
you're good at English.
Well, I was good at math until they put letters in it.
All right, XY times X.
No. Exactly. Yeah.
Look at you, Eric.
Yeah. Well, then I got to college and I had to take 2 math classes.
I don't want to hear it.
No, but I just remember like the funniest shit. Like I probably have told. I don't know. I've done so many. I'm sure I've told this story. But when I finally had to take math in college, I had to take 2 classes for my degree, and I put it off forever. So I had this gap of like the last time I took math was 11th grade in high school. And then I didn't go back to college until I dropped out the first time until like 2007. So I had like a 9-year gap. And then my first professor was this dude from Vietnam. And he didn't speak a word of fucking English. He spoke math. So I bought the teacher's college manual and I would go to school and sit in the library like 2 hours before class to just teach myself. And then the last class I had to do, same thing. Dude was from fucking China. He didn't speak a word of English, but he spoke math. So trying to talk to these fucking people to ask for help was non-existent. So what did I do? Once again, where's the teacher's manual? Sit in front of the fucking library for 2 hours before class, try and teach myself because I can't talk to this dude. He doesn't speak English. He speaks math. And that's how I passed. I taught myself math and I'm never going back, never doing it again.
So they gave you a degree?
I have a master's degree. Thank you very much.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, bro. I got a master's degree. I got a master's degree in 2018. What's up? I got so many degrees. I'll go get it right now. You want to see it?
Go get it.
All right. You talk. I'm going to go get it.
All right. I'm going to go make a drink.
All right. Would you fucking go make a drink then, bartender? Oh, here we go.
I hear you, Eric.
Yeah, no, I want you to come back and see this. Bitch. Look at that. What does that say? Look at that. What that says is Master of Arts, Eric Bandazeski. Look at that. That's the big degree. It says Master. Right? You see that that word right there? It says Master right in this area, this general quadrant. It says Master. That's a master's degree. It's bigger than the regular one. I got one of those too. You want me to get the regular one? No, we don't need that one. All right. Look at the size of this fucking thing. I can't even hold it. It's so heavy.
Hey,
I'm like Atlas. Look, I'm carrying around this fucking degree on my back.
Can we have a podcast where we don't get both drunk as shit?
No. What's the point? Why would you want to? It's the entire premise of this podcast is there will be burp. Look, it's on the sign. Do you not read the fucking there?
I know. You have a cool guy poster. You have a cool guy poster.
That's a painting, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So actually, you want to know the backstory on that one? That's not the original. You know where the original is? I don't fucking know either. Because when I moved to Virginia from California in January, they fucking lost it.
Well, fine.
The fucking original is out there somewhere. The one of one is somewhere out there.
I talked about this earlier.
Okay.
That I should come visit Virginia.
Fired up tonight. Why am I so fired up? I like it. But go ahead.
I don't know. You're ready.
First you made me talk about the Bears, which I finally went on like a 2-minute rant about. I'm gonna tag that on all Bears Twitter. I need you to retweet that because it'll get to them because you have a big presence, so that'll be good.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's why I said this is better for me than you. Like you're just slumming with me. I don't know what the fuck you're wasting your time for. You make $200 a month tweeting. I don't make shit yet, but we'll get there.
You should post boobs. All right, boobs are the
answer. I'll go.
Oh.
All right. Hold on. Let me. Go ahead.
Devolves into us just being drunk and talking shit.
Where have you been for the last 3 years, bro? That's all I do. This is what this.
Well, all right. So
I got crooked.
Once again, I'm inviting you down.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do that. I really do want to come to an LSU baseball game for sure. I don't want to go to a Saints game.
Things on fire. No,
I will set things on fire. Can I travel across state lines with firearms?
You have to take that up with Coast Guard and TSA.
No, like I'll take it up with Grandpa because I know he had some issues. But I feel like there's no real restrictions in Louisiana, right? Like what I can have in Virginia, I can have in fucking Louisiana, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like you might have to fight an alligator. Sorry.
Well, that's fine. I grew up in Florida. I could fight alligators. That's no problem.
Did you really grow up in Florida?
Yeah, Kissimmee, Florida. What's up? Swimming in fucking swamp. They pulled a 9-foot alligator with my freshman year of high school in the retention pond my brother and I grew up in every day. It was great.
I dated a girl from Florida and it didn't end up well.
I dated a lot of girls from Florida and it didn't end up well. I did have a kid with one though.
Oh,
what's up? Daughter's mother, how you doing?
Oh, you're drinking beer now?
No, this is water. This is for Joel Gaines. I'm hydrating with a little Polar.
Okay.
Little 35 pack from Costco for $9. What's up?
All right. We won't talk about bourbon.
I have plenty of bourbon. You're smoking. I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I recently tried these because I think it's fucking funny. I went down like the tobacco rabbit hole one night. First of all, nothing beats 80s ads for smoking targeted at women. Like the hottest fucking ads you've ever seen. Capri, Misty's, all that slim shit. But anyway, did you know they still make Capris?
Yes. I buy them like every other day.
Yeah, well, fine. Yes. A, they're fucking expensive. B, they're fucking delicious. Like they're amazing. And they're such a slow burn, but they're so thin. Like you would think they'd be gone in like 2 puffs. They're incredible. I love them.
Yeah. Like everybody's like,
I actually love them. I smoke
Michael.
Once.
Everybody's like, Michael, you should stop smoking. I'm like, smoking is what keeps me from choking you to death. All right. And cigarettes are amazing. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's something that I think is, man, I can't, it's too late into this to get into like conspiracy theories right now because we've been drinking a lot.
No, throw it out there, bro.
No, but
Throw
it's
it out
like,
there.
I mean, it goes back
Let's go.
it's like everything in this country that people enjoy, the government tries to fucking demonize. They started it with alcohol over 100 fucking years ago with prohibition, and that didn't last. But everything along the way, it's been gradual gradual creeps. Tobacco
Well, like,
sucks. You know,
they-
having meat sucks. Having fat sucks. Like, no, actually, it's
Well,
the
like-
stuff that it's like any fucking thing else.
well, like, so
Look at the fucking Europeans who sit there and drink coffee and smoke non-fucking stop. They're all skinny and they eat real food. What the fuck do we get? All this shit pumped full of chemicals and like look at us. Look at the Americans. We are not a model of anything from a societal standpoint. Physiological, none of it. Now, we may have some of the most greatest athletes and all that shit. However, you want to look at our general population, I would take all of Europe in a heartbeat over our fucking fat, useless fucking asses who are chronically sick and can't do a fucking thing. And they try to, well, don't smoke because smoking's bad for you. Very bad.
absolutely not.
Exactly. Right? Oh, and don't drink because drinking is bad for you. Yeah, guess what? I'm 42 fucking years old, about to be 43. Look at me, bro. Fuck you. And I smoke and I'll do whatever I want. Well, I don't smoke like daily, but I do smoke. And I drink a lot. I can drink a bottle of red wine right now and it'd be nothing. And you know what else I do? I work out 6 times a week. I still deadlift like 425 pounds. Like, I'm still pretty good at a lot of fucking shit. But I do it because I know what works for me. I don't need to tell the government or have the government tell me like what I can and can't do, because that's just done by a bunch of fucking fat, useless social media managers who are making more than you for social media for fucking Wargate books.
Well, honestly, like
the greatest podcast ever, by the way. I hope everyone listens to the entire.
This shit is going sideways. It's gonna keep going.
Let's keep going. Sideways, great movie. It's all about wine.
Honestly, you're one of my inspirations with your working out shit. All right, get some more whiskey.
Yeah, I'm upgrading to this is all that's left of this in existence, by the way. This is Knob Creek 15 years and 9 months from my old bourbon group out in Roseville, California. It's called The Third Amigo, and this is all I have left of it. So I'm having some. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, get you some. So you're actually one of my inspirations. So when I started working out last year, I was like, cool. I'll never be swole. I'll never be big, but I can be stronger. And then like
bingo.
When I pulled 225 on the deadlift at 138, I was like,
fucking incredible.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's like 375 for me. That's fucking heavy. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's legit. That's pound for pound. That's a lot of fucking weight to pull.
And like everybody's like, so I see the chicks and they're like, we like dad bods. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. Stop. Just fucking stop with this bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me guess, you like men who sit in the fucking passenger seat while they're getting carjacked as their wife is trying to fucking fend off the attackers, right? You like that too? That's your fucking dad bod at work. Fuck off.
Yeah. And then they post the pic of Brad Pitt from fucking the movie. You know exactly what.
Yeah. Fucking Fight Club, where he's 70, 60 pounds and just 18-pack abs. Doesn't even make sense how many abs he has in that movie. It's not even real.
Dude, he had like 4% body fat.
I know. He was fucking unhealthy is what he was.
Yeah. He was eating like 5,000 calories a day and running on a treadmill and just fucking doing work. And that's my regular life. Because like, so for me to get over 140, like I'm a small guy. Like I'm 5'8". I walk around at 137, 138, 139. For me to get over 140, that was a lot of fucking work. And like I get strong enough to hurt me because like when I go work out, like I work out every other day. When I go work out, I'm like, all right, cool, I can pull this. Because no one has ever told me that no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
And that's a real fucking thing. Like
Very real thing. It's a very humbling thing too when gravity wins.
it is. And so I was like, all right, cool. I'll pull 225. I'll pull 250. I'll do this. I'll do that. And that's why I have a lot of scars, to be honest. Because like people were like, you can't do this. I was like, all right, bet. Like, I get the small guy hate. I get it. I really do. I really do. Like, I'm 5'8",
But that's the thing,
139.
though. You're not small. You're just fucking thin. Like you're 5'8". That's hardly like, it's not like you're 5'2" and 138, right? Like I've seen a lot of those dudes. You're just one of those people who just their body type doesn't support gaining weight easily.
Well,
Like when we come from like, so let me bring it down back real quick.
yeah.
From a competitive athlete standpoint, especially when we get down into like CrossFit, right? You're fucking CrossFit Games athletes. Most of them, you're elite dudes like Matt Fraser, 5-time CrossFit Games champ, 5'5". Rich Fronin, 5'9", 195. Like that's the height that is kind of in that sweet spot of it. Are they ever going to be the center for the starting fucking NBA champs? No, but those dudes can't do what those fucking guys can do on the competition floor, right? So that's kind of that sweet spot. And you're 5'8", but you also happen to have the body structure of someone who doesn't support weight gain very easily. It just is what it is. But it doesn't mean, like you said, we go all the way back. You can still get stronger.
Well, like
Like
I'm
you don't
an
have to
exo.
walk around and be like fucking 180 pounds. So who fucking cares? As long as you are doing what you can to get stronger, that's all that matters.
Well, I'm an ecto. So I'm
Yeah.
an ectomorph, right?
Mhm.
So I have to eat like, so my legit at work diet. So I'm eating 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day.
That's crazy that you can do that. If I do that, I'll be 220 in a week. And
Yeah,
I'm 198 right now because I
because you're
can't.
bigger than me.
Yeah, but I can't eat 5,000 calories a day and not gain weight. Like I will.
Like
Your just
ranch
metabolism
dressing,
is fucking
I'm just
ridiculous.
sucking it up.
Yeah.
It's wild. And for me to get over 140, I was eating 5 or 6 times a day, taking protein, taking creatine, doing all those shit, working out every day. And like, I wasn't putting on size. And I get it. I get it that I'll never be swole. I totally get that. But I can be pretty enough to not go to jail.
Let me ask you something from like a because you do have a medical background with the you like you know a lot of shit, but I'm just curious, like, and this is completely hypothetical, but why do you think humans are like that in a way? Like we talk about the ectomorph, the hex, all that shit. Like, why do you think there's some people who can sit there and they have to eat so much, and then there's some people who don't have to eat much? Like from a survivalist, like at the very root of just humans surviving, why do you think there's differentiations like that? Because food wasn't always as easy as just going to the fucking grocery store and getting whatever you want.
Well, like, I think that, and this is just me, not scientific. So,
Yeah.
like, so we have fat boys, thick girls, we have ectos,
Yeah.
and we have hard gainers, right? And honestly, I think that I don't want to say something ugly.
I think you should.
Okay. All right. So I think that the ugly kids that are hard gainers, and you should drink more whiskey.
No, this is great. Like, hey, I'm on that 15-year 9-month right now. This is, God, I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. I went through 3 bottles of it. It's my last of 3. Held on to it for 5 years.
Like, I think that there's a lot of coke out there because, like, shit. I don't want to say that.
Stop editing and censoring yourself. Like, this is right here, bro. There will be
all right, fine.
Go.
Fine. Like, everybody wants to be like, all right, so you're skinny and you have a swimmer bod, right? And you don't have a dad bod.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a fucking dad bod, bro.
No.
It's fucking gay. You're fat. You can't run 12 mile. Your 40 times sucks. You can't bitch press your own fucking weight. So fucking stop, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I am not the epitome of the male species. Like, I'm a fucking skinny faggot from fucking South Louisiana. It is what it is.
You're not a faggot. Stop. What the fuck?
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
See, this is why me and you can sit around the fire and drink.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna do it. I'm telling you, once baseball season starts in LSU, coming down the first Friday that they have like a 3-game bender, we're going on a 3-game bender. We're gonna get kicked out of every game. It's gonna be great.
All right, fine. All right, so
but we have to bring Minnie.
You're gonna have to bring cash. No, we're not bringing Minnie.
No, he doesn't want to learn. I can teach him baseball. It'd be great.
Dude, you're better at baseball than me, but we can't bring my son because
we won't. All right.
Because Jamie will get fucking mad at me.
Do they serve alcohol at these games?
Sir?
Do they serve alcohol at LSU college baseball games? I don't.
Yes.
Okay. Because like some colleges have weird rules. Like I went to Stanford game once, right? Out in like Palo Alto, wherever the fuck Stanford is. And I go, and it wasn't for like one of their games. It was just in the stadium. It was it was actually a soccer game. It was like LA Galaxy versus whoever San Jose is. And there's no alcohol because they don't sell alcohol in the stadium. Can you imagine how boring that was?
It's probably horrible.
Yeah. Well, no, what was horrible was the fucking traffic getting into the stadium and me showing up finally with my daughter when it's the 59th minute.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
That's a true story. That happened. Right. That happened.
Were there any brunettes there?
There's always brunettes.
Right,
as there always should. There should always be. There will be brunettes. Bro, let's start a podcast where we just get brunettes.
Yes, let's fucking do it.
There will be brunettes.
There will be brunettes.
It's gonna happen. Oh, new podcast. We're gonna get so rich off of There Will Be Brunettes. We'll just have like hot brunettes and we'll just force them to answer scientific questions like, please describe the Pythagorean theorem in less than 5 words. And they'll just be like, I don't know, but I'm pretty. And I'll be like, you're right. You are pretty. You are excused from this round. It'd be amazing. We should totally do it. Write that down. Hey, Wargate Books, you down for that one? Are you down for that? Wargate Books, what's up? No? All right. Let me bring this back because.
All right. Let's close it in.
I need a Capri. I wish I had a Capri. I don't have a Capri to smoke, and I can't smoke indoors in this fucking Gestapo that I live in.
Look, I pay the rent here. You can smoke indoors.
That's great. That's when I do come down there, I'm bringing like a carton of Capris. It's going to be like $200. You know how expensive those fucking things are? It's like $15.
So essentially, you're going to be my mother-in-law.
I don't give a fuck if you want to genderize it or not. I like what I like, and I'll never be intimidated.
All right.
So there's that. All right. So in the past, the first 2 times, I've always asked you about what your actual specialty is, which is the oil and gas industry. You work offshore, you do a lot of cool shit. I kind of envy that. I know a lot of people maybe in ignorance look down on what you do. I think what you do is fucking cool as shit, and it should get a ton of respect. And I love when you actually tweet the pictures and all from you out there doing your offshore cool shit, because I think that's cool as fuck. But I do have a question for you, because it's been, I think, 2 years since we last had this conversation. And the experience I'm going to ask you about has happened since you were last on. So this is not something you and I've ever talked about.
All right.
So it was and I've done this for whatever fucking reason. It's always related to my daughter. This was when I was returning my daughter's ferret to her in Chicago. Well, not in the Chicago area, in Illinois. So I had to drive the ferret from California in the winter to Illinois, right? Because you can't fly with a fucking ferret. So you got to drive that fucker. There's a lot of stories that go into this. So this is the West. This is the winter in the West. And I-80 is fucking closed as soon as you get into Wyoming. So anyway, I'm having a nice trip, driving with the ferret. I go from Napa, California, where I resided at the time. My first stop is Reno. Reno's good to me. My next stop is Salt Lake City, Utah, which is also great to me because I love Salt Lake City, Utah. My next stop is Cheyenne, Wyoming. However, I got to cross that Wyoming border. And as soon as I do, apparently the 3 days before I got there, there was a massive fucking windy snowstorm that wrecked all the fucking interstate. And there's cars for miles on both sides, cars, trucks, all that shit, both sides. And I'm going to pull up to this gate that's down, and I'm going to ask this state trooper, I'm like, hey, sir, I'm just trying to get to Cheyenne tonight. And he's like, not on this road, you're not. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. And this is, I can't remember the specific spot, but it's at a point where I'm about to lose cell service. So before I do, I'm like, let me find a bypass, which I do. So if you ever are on trying to bypass I-80, there's a 3-hour loop you can do throughout the state of Wyoming where you will lose service. So I highly recommend, not only will you lose cell service for 3/4 of this journey, but there won't be any gas stations. So I sure hope you have a full tank of gas, which I did. So I take a snapshot of this, right? And I start doing this loop. And I got this fucking ferret in the back seat of my truck in this cage, who about 2 hours in bites through the fucking cage. And I don't know this takes place until I look down on my leg and there's a fucking ferret on my leg as I'm driving 80 miles per hour in the winter through Wyoming. Wild elk herds off to my left. Nothing around me for miles, but a ferret on my lap at 80 miles per hour, which I finally pull over at the one rest stop you will find on this road to put back into its cage and try and hope it doesn't escape again, which it did do. However, I did complete this 3-hour loop around. But my point to you is, as I described driving through the West in the winter, because it's a fucking hellacious experience with a gas engine vehicle. Why the fuck is this country forcing electric vehicles on this population? What do you think about that?
I think it's fucking stupid. Because your electric vehicle is powered by oil and coal. It is what it is. Like, very cool Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Let me crank up my generator. Functionally, all that shit is stupid. It's just, I should go get Chili's right now.
Chili's?
Yes, we should go to Chili's right now.
I was about to order Domino's right now because I'm like one pizza delivery away from getting a free pizza.
Son of a bitch.
But that's a serious, like that's a real thing, right? Like we're being 2035 is coming. Like that's the mandate nationally that we can't have fucking nice things anymore. And I am also wanting to know, because I think you do observe this as well, because we're about the same age if we aren't. Like there's a real.
You have better hair than me, and I'm jealous.
Well, yeah. Well, Dude, I'm in a chat with fucking Brink and Voodoo, and I finally realized how great Voodoo's hair is. So if you know that,
Oh,
his
fine,
fucking
fine.
hair
I'm
is
not in that chat. I'm not
You
in
should
that
be.
chat.
I've said
and you
for
didn't
years you
invite
should
me.
be in that fucking
It's
chat.
fine. It's
No,
fine. It's fine,
you're
bro.
in like
No,
400
it's
chats.
totally
I don't want to
okay.
hear it. You're in like 400 chats. I don't want to fucking hear it. You'll be fine. The point
No, it's fine. I'm not in that chat. No, we're breaking up.
the point is,
No, there's a
There's-
half balding guy trying to sell me a Ford right now.
no, I think like there's a huge desire for nostalgia in this country, right? We see it all the time with our generation specifically, especially people of our age. Like there's people who are tired of the fucking digital bullshit within a vehicle. We like the fact that there's an analog clock in the vehicle. We like the actual design of what used to be the cab of a vehicle, especially a truck. And I think that's going to come back. But do you think that's going to be the same thing in 2035? That there's just going to be such a loud lobby for the gas vehicle that they don't want this fucking electronic bullshit. Like they want gas. They want a diesel fucking engine.
Well, all right. So don't record this.
It's too late.
Niggas can't read maps. It is what it is.
Continue.
It is what it is, bro. Like if I put a map in front of you
Yeah.
and you're like confused, we can't get down.
Frank's here. What's up, bro?
Oh, you have a cat?
Yeah, it's a tuxedo. This is Frank. This is my dude. This is my bro.
All right.
Yeah. He's coming to LSU, by the way. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. All right. No, like people don't. I'm gonna be quiet.
No,
I'm
we're not here to be quiet. This is a conversation. You can't be quiet.
no like people are fucking retarded now, bro.
yes.
Like how do you not understand how to read a map and how to use a compass? Like it's literally right fucking there.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the shit that you did, obviously, but I can read a fucking map.
Yeah.
And I can see Venus in the sky and Polaris, and I know what north is. So, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? It's fucking retarded, dude. And I know retarded gets me banned from the Bird app.
You've got like 70 accounts. You're fine.
But people are fucking retarded, dude. Like, I hang out with all of my friends that are cool with many and just gangster, right? And they all understand how to run the GPS or read a map and know what stars look like.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, a whole generation of that for like 3, it's fucking gone.
Yeah. That's a big thing though, don't you think? Like, because I think about this all the time. Like when I go back even to my hometown, like I still use GPS sometimes. I'm like, I don't need this fucking thing. Like I literally know how to get around, but we're so reliant on that shit. And you bring up something as simple as reading a map, but we're so conditioned now to just rely on a fucking app on our phone telling us where to go instead of learning our actual surroundings and learning how to navigate the area you fucking live in. That's
Well,
kind of weird, don't you think? You know, like that's fucking weird.
It is, bro. Like
my grandfather was a truck driver. He drove across this fucking entire country. He didn't do it with a cell phone. He just did it with a fucking map. In the 50s and 60s, when he came back from Korea, like we're just driving west, and then we're gonna drive east. Like that's wild.
Well, like,
bro, that's wild to me that they did that shit.
Well, like my grandfather went to Korea as well.
Yeah.
And he didn't speak English. He spoke French.
Mm-hmm.
He got shot down twice. And he was the smartest man that I've ever met in my life. Because like you could put a map in front of him and be like, all right, cool, I got this. And he was also the hardest man that I've ever met in my life. Like, I know it's a meme, but the old niggas were built different. They
Yeah,
sorry.
they were.
Sorry.
No, they no dudes were like that's just fucking factual at this point, man. Like, and that's why
Like,
it's got to be tough for you because you're raising a son in this fucking modern era that we're in, and it's gonna be tough.
well, I'm trying to raise my son like the way we were raised.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna shoot guns. We're gonna play outside. We're gonna
Build
be
fires
sweaty.
and dig holes.
Yes, we're gonna set shit on fire. We're gonna be sweaty for like 3 days. And my son is the best thing I've ever done. For real.
Yeah.
And anybody that wants to talk about that, we can do that shit. Like, I've gotten hate from posting Minnie.
That's fucking weird, though, don't you think? Like, what the fuck are people upset about?
Well, I mean, like, if you want to get shot at,
Yeah, right. Like
we can
it's
do
just
that
kind
shit
of
too.
weird, man. It's just weird, and I think maybe that's a product of the fact that you're just account is as big as it is, and you're gonna attract people who just say dumb shit. But it's just like, what is that supposed to like? Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? I'll never live my life again because it makes you upset on the internet. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. Some of the shit people say.
Well, like, even little girl coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
she's not mine.
I can
right?
imagine. I can only imagine. Like, there's probably people saying stupid shit to you.
Oh yeah. And like, if little girl comes hang out, she is mine, right?
Yeah.
So I will do dad stuff for her.
Yeah.
And then people are like, well, that's weird. It's not fucking weird, dude. It's just,
Those are the fucking weird people.
it's just a little girl.
Yeah.
And she is my
weird. Yeah.
son's best friend. So fuck off.
100%. Those are the weird fucking people. They're telling on themselves.
I just don't get it, bro. Like, apparently having kids and being cool with your kids became weird.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
I think that's a cool, I mean, it's a good point because, and it goes back to what I was just saying, like, you through this current account, through your previous one, like, you've managed to increase your followings to a pretty large amount where you get a lot of interaction, I'm assuming, and you probably get a lot of people that you can't know everyone who fucking follows you, especially at your size, right? So you don't know who the fuck half of these people are. How do you filter through your shit though and just be like, all right, this person's stupid, I'm not going to pay attention or respond, or do you just like respond to the homies and that's it?
Well, honestly, and I'm not talking shit, very few people can defeat me in single combat. All right. So, like, I'm good at very few things.
Yeah.
Right. I'm good at being a dad, and I'm good at violence. If you want to talk about this, we can do that. So, and I'm not talking shit. It is what it is. If you want to fuck with me, if you want to fuck with my son, if you want to fuck with the children that hang out with me and my son, we can do that. I just don't get it, bro. And like, if you want the thunder, like, I can text all my friends, and my friends are better at this than you. And like, I just don't get it, bro. Like,
That's true. Because
I'm just trying to have.
I think one of the fun things that you do is when you do engage with people who try to either troll or talk shit or whatever, you always have info to back up what you're saying. Like there's a lot of people who love to question and a lot of this stuff comes with what you actually do as a profession. Like you could be talking about a fucking wrench, for example, and someone's going to argue with you about a wrench, and then you'll post like, hey, actually, here's the fucking wrench and why, like it's shit like that. Whereas people, for whatever reason on the internet, especially on the, whatever we call this app today, everyone likes to try and one up everybody and pretend that they're like the actual expert in something rather than just learn something from people.
Well, like, I'm not a shmee, right? I was a medic for 15 years. I've been offshore since I was 18. I'm not a shmee. If I tell you that I know about this, then I know about this.
Yeah. Yep.
That's like, so like you were in the army, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to get in your lane because that's your fucking lane.
Right.
And I don't know shit about that. And Patrick Mahomes.
What did he do now? Another 17 touchdowns?
Dude.
It's going to win again, aren't they?
I hate him so much.
I love him, but I didn't love watching
I know you
to
did.
the Bears last week. I didn't love that. That's for sure. I do not love Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce. I know that. Don't love it. Not a big lover of that.
Dude, really?
Not a lover of that. That won't be my lover song. No.
All right, fine.
He's Travis Kelce. I get like it kind of aligns with her because, we got to separate the art from the artist, right? But, he's out there doing ads for fucking COVID shots and Bud Light. Like he's fucking, he's fucking
fine,
sir.
I
don't like, he's a fucking dork. I like him as a football player, but as a human, he's a fucking dork. I would make fun of Travis Kelce in real life so fucking bad. And I don't give a fuck if he's 6'6", 250, and he'll probably it'll be a really tough night physically if we got into an altercation for me, most likely. But fuck him, and I will fucking make fun of him in a bar all day like, oh, look at you, bro, with your 2-for-1 COVID and flu shot, you fucking dork. Shut the fuck up. You're a dork, bro. And you drink Bud Light on purpose? You're a fucking tranny-loving fucking demon championing fucking dork. You're a dork, Travis Kelce, but you are funny. I do like you somewhat.
Fine. I will seduce the woman
dork,
from St.
bro.
Louis.
Dude, I get it. He's dating Taylor Swift. He's got ads for COVID shots. Like, how fucking dorky are you? Do you really need the money that bad? You're taking COVID shots for fucking TV? What a dork, bro. He's a dork. I'm going to, when I post this tomorrow, I'm tagging that fucker, and I need you to do it too, because he'll probably pay attention to you and be like, wait a minute, Miller Lite Happiness is trying to fucking clown on me. And then if we could attack the fucking Travis Kelce bots, bro, we could way better than the possum wars you had with Terry a few years ago. Like, we will fucking destroy this shit. They don't want what they're stepping into. They don't want it.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Continue.
You motherfucker.
Yes.
You're trying to troll Travis Kelce. I'm trying to seduce a woman from St. Louis. Oh, you're thinking right now.
I am.
You're thinking.
Oh, was that the artillery officer you gave $2 to?
No, she's in Germany.
Oh, that's right. Well, that doesn't mean she's not from St. Louis.
Technically, sir.
Wait, I do know a woman from St. Louis. Is this that Vanessa chick?
Sir, stop it.
It is. Go forth and do great things. She's much bigger than you. Be careful. All right, let's bring it back. Hey, focus. Bring it back.
Plan B.
Tug of war.
Plan B
Not
is
like
the
plan.
wave.
What's the way?
Plan B
Yeah,
is the wave.
was the wave.
Plan B.
No, plan B is the devil. Don't do that.
Sorry.
All right, real quick. Let's wrap it up with this. Hold on, real quick, just so no one forgot. That's a master's degree. Let me put that over here. It was over there, and I wanted it over here. I just want to make sure that it's over here. Let me wipe that off.
Hold it up, bro. Hold it up.
Let me hold it up again. Here we go.
Yes.
Master's degree. It's much bigger than a bachelor's degree. So there's the master's degree. It says master right in this general quadrant. Here, you see that? You see where it says master and my name? That's master.
Eric
Polish. Yes, Eric Polish. Hey, Poland's becoming a great country. I might have to move back to the motherland. 4 generations removed. I think maybe they could welcome me back. What do you think?
I think that you're winning, sir.
Yeah, I'd be winning if I just get the. All right, which ties greatly into what do you think? What the fuck is going to happen in 2024? We're force-fed Biden and Trump. You have RFK about to make this announcement. He's probably going to run independent. You got all the Republicans doing their silly little fucking debates, and outside of DeSantis, they're all dumb and dorky and corny. And this Vivek guy's like, I just want to sell you a fucking car. And I think if you like me and my fucking hair, it's fucking like, dude, shut the fuck up. I will fight you on public. You and your half fucking Vivek and his half fucking pull-ups. He's doing pull up. Like, no, you're not. You're a fucking, those are chin-ups, number one. And you're a fucking scrawny little fucking baby back bitch. And I don't like you. And you're hardly fucking American. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, you're not allowed to run for the fucking presidency in this country. You're not American. Fuck off. Fuck off. And I'm so glad that most people in our circle have realized that Vivek's a fucking dorky little snake oil salesman, and he's just a fucking Trump plant selling the same fucking talking points with a fucking. He doesn't even have better hair. Some people are like, he's got better hair than Trump. Like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't actually have better hair than Trump. Trump has shitty hair, and Vivek has worse hair. All right? There's that. So there's my rant. That's what I think about the Republican Party running for fucking office.
No. Politics is a shit show.
It is.
So
national politics for sure. It's a fucking scam. It's not even real.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it even real at this point, do you think? Like, at your heart and your core, do you think like we get like the 100%? That's who the American people voted for every 4 in 2 years?
No, absolutely not.
Check.
Like, I think that, like, all right, so to be completely honest, and this is cone of silence, and this will get posted. Politics is gaslighting, right? So you're telling everyone that they want to hear. And like, Trump was G, right? So he threw up the set. We were energy independent. And then we apparently elected a fucking retard. And I hate it. And then, like, dude,
is Newsom's claim correct then? Like, because you would know this more than anybody. Is Newsom's, because they had Newsom on right after that Republican debate last week, and he was saying that we're now the most energy dependent under Biden. Is that correct? I don't fucking know. No. Okay.
No.
He's throwing out numbers like 5.4 quad. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. What is a quad? I don't know what the fuck that means.
No, we're not energy independent anymore. Like, so obviously I work offshore, right?
Yep.
And the permits from the federal government are crazy wild. You can't get them anymore.
Why?
It's just because that's what fell down.
But is that like something that people are banking on coming back once the regime or administration changes, or like, because this is like a livelihood, like this, like what you do is like a legit thing, right? And I just find it really fucking weird that a political party, regardless, whenever they're in power or not, fucks with people's livelihoods like that so overtly. I think that's kind of fucking weird.
Well, there's no other. All right. So I'll be completely honest with you right now. There's no other livelihood that I can do that would make me 6 figures.
Yep.
With a GED. Like, I'm dumb as fuck. Like,
no, you're not. You're paper maybe, but you're hardly dumb. Let's not play that. No, you're a smart dude.
But
you just don't have one of these. That's all.
I know.
Go ahead.
I can download that, bro.
I'll give you it. You can PDF it if you want.
All right. But no, like, so in South Louisiana, you can go to work at 18, 19 years old and sweep floors for $20 an hour. And you go offshore and you make $25 or $30 an hour. That's a good living.
Yep.
And you're off half of the fucking year, bro. Right? And like, I am blessed. I really am. That I make my living and have half my year off. I'm able to take care of my baby mom and everyone else. And it's great. Like, I don't get the hate on people that don't have an education. Because like cool, you have a master's degree, you can't beat me up.
Yes. Which comes all the way back.
Come
it
on,
comes
bro.
all the way back to square one, where I said, like, your local warlord is going to be probably Demp, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I should have followed him on Twitter, and maybe he'll be nice to me when I come to his foot and ask for safe passage and food and water, and he'll be like, oh wait, you were that guy who flexed your degree.
Well, like, I think that. All right. Oh, so you're holding that up, sir? Well,
no, but it's a great point, because like, you see a lot of this on Twitter, right? There's a lot of people who like to flex as if because they've acquired some sort of arbitrary education that they're somehow superior to you. And like, when you reduce it to its core, as you just said, I think, who was it? It was part of a fucking comedy thing. It might Chris Rock, where he's like, let me ask you this. Can you kick my ass? And the answer is no. Probably, right? You little fucking corny dork from fucking Cornell with your 17 master's degrees. Yeah, it doesn't mean much when the fucking shit hits the fan. It really doesn't.
Well, I think the thing that separates us from normies is we will keep getting up. Right?
That's a great point. Great point.
Like, all right, cool. You beat me up. I'll get back up. Like, you cannot beat me up. And that's a thing. It's really a fucking thing. And like, I've tried to point that on and push that. Like, it's a thing. And I don't know that a lot of people get it, right?
No, you're 100% right, because a lot of people haven't really been faced with those scenarios or those positions.
Like, you're hurt really bad, right? But you're gonna get back up. It's a thing, and I don't know, bro. Like,
So let me
it
ask.
is what.
Yeah. All right. Last question of the night.
Yes, sir.
Last question of the night. Hold on. Let me update this silly little thing on my phone here real quick. All right. So yeah, I want you to give me the old Demp special prediction. Who's getting elected in 2024 as president?
God damn it. That's a hard question, bro.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of things to consider. Like, we don't know if Biden's going to make it to that point. We don't know what's going to happen with Trump. We don't know what's going to happen with RFK. We don't know what's going to happen with the whole Republican bench. But what's in your gut from that? It doesn't even matter. Does it even matter?
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter at all. Honestly, like,
But it matters to you though, right? Like from your personal job standard, I guess, or
I would vote for Trump.
still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's G, bro. Like, he gives no fucks. And I hate that. I hate that I would vote for him.
But that's your biggest option though, right? Like there's no other option.
No, like, DeSantis is DeSantis, and he's making special eyes at me while I'm. Never mind.
All right.
It is.
But do you actually think Trump wins? Do you think they'll actually let him become the president again?
No.
I don't exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm with you on that. Like, I mean, if you're gonna tell me it's Biden versus Trump, then yeah, I'll pick Trump's name. But I don't think for a second that they're ever gonna let him be president again.
Well, I think things are going to get really, really bad.
Weird.
Honestly.
Really weird.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And like all the things that we talked about in DMs and texts, all that shit is gonna become real.
Like, and that's why I go back to this the start of this. Like, you're gonna be the warlord of the local fucking Louisiana.
Well, I honestly don't want to be a warlord. I just want to raise my kid and be happy.
That's most people, right? But those are the ones who actually make things happen. Go back to our own founding, bro. Like, it was the same thing. They didn't want war. They didn't want war. It was just dudes who wanted to fucking live their lives free of the fucking, the state of England and raise their families. But what do they got to do when that comes?
But if you
violent
fucking
shit.
my kid,
yeah.
Are you fucking my old lady? I will.
We have the movie The Patriot already. It's already done. Like, the movie's already been made. It's the same shit. Just have better weapons this time.
Like, I'm not a cool guy, for real.
No, it doesn't. That's not important. Like, it's a fucking arbitrary standard that very few people attain and attribute. It doesn't mean you're not. It doesn't mean you're incapable of enacting violence based on your behalf. It doesn't.
I'm not a cool guy, but I will absolutely fucking shoot you if you fuck with my kids.
Yeah.
Or you fuck with my old lady, and that's just the way it has to be. And I think that has been lost. Like, I see these posts from San Francisco and California and Philadelphia. Well, he put his hands on my old lady. Sorry, bro. That's not gonna fucking happen. I'm
it.
sorry.
Instant automatic game changer.
Dude, if you put your hands on my old lady, I'm gonna put my hands on you. I'm sorry. That's the way it has to be.
100%.
If you put your hands on my kid, I'm going to end your fucking bloodline.
I like that. So that's where we're going to end this with the ending of the bloodline. We will end this episode of what? There will be bourbon. I need you all to stick around and be, well, not stick around tonight, but stay tuned because Demp and I will be getting together for a joint podcast of There Will Be Brunettes. I don't know when it'll happen. It'll probably take place when I fly down there next baseball season to LSU, where we scope out some brunettes in the crowd and ask them if they want to sit here and hang out with us. And I don't see why they wouldn't. And we'll ask them about the Pythagorean theorem. It'll be great. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right, bro. Thanks for hanging out. That is Demp McGee. You can follow him currently at still Bud Light Sadness, not Miller Lite Happiness. I don't know why he hasn't switched his out to that, but that's up to him. So, all right, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Love you, bro.
Love you more. See ya.